All right, guys. Sean P here, and this is a video for me actually. All right. Here's the rundown on the Apollo, Sean. Even though the more you keep using it, the more you're going to know, but this is just a note, okay? Because this is fucking complicated. So first and foremost, we have the Apollo twin interface set up all throughout the computer. And what I mean by this is that we are controlling all of the sound from the computer directly on the interface. So if I go on YouTube and I click on anything, right, I'm
I've always wanted to work,
going to
but I wasn't sure
hear
how to make it
sound,
happen.
which I'm hearing this video
I
right
could have
now
gone to a four.
It's really safe. The
in my
vocals are detailed.
headphones, and
They
I can
sit
turn it up
frontward, and
loud,
it's glued to.
right? So the way I have the interface hooked into the computer essentially is up here. If we type in MIDI, right? You want to type in MIDI and click audio MIDI. When you're on the universal, you want to configure your speakers. That's the first thing you want to do, right? So I have the speakers left and right on virtual track 1 and virtual track 2. Now, if we go over to the console, virtual track 1 and 2 is in this output right here. I named this output, and simply it was two tracks, and when you click on one, it asks if you want to link them. And by linking them, it turns it into a stereo output. All right. So left is one side, right is the other side, and you know, input one, input two, whatever the case was this. It was named this. That's how I knew when I hooked it up that that was the one I needed to hook up. All right. For the speakers for YouTube. All right. Now, I have this muted and I have this muted. The reason being is just because of this recording. If I wasn't recording this video, I wouldn't need either of these muted, but by having these muted, it stops from like a double um, interference with with the connection or whatever. You get what I'm saying? All right? You just want these both muted when you're screen recording. When you're not screen recording, they can be unmuted. It doesn't matter. Now, over here is what I'm hearing. These are my headphones. So see how it says HP? Headphones. So I turn them up. Now I can't hear myself, but I'm still recording right now. But this is to control my headphones, all right? So this other one, output, over here, right? Where are we? All right. So that's headphones, right? So then in output, how does this work, boy? Yo, boy. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Something just happened, bud. There we go. I think I had scrolled over or something, but all right. So in output, HP is controlling the overall volume of the computer right now. All right. So when I was on YouTube, I could have just adjusted this up and down, and that would have affected the output of the computer. Now, to turn these off, right? To turn these off and not control this, you go over to this Q output option, and I would simply turn the headphones off to mix. So when I turn them off to mix, now and unmute this, now you're hearing different audio. You're hearing some shit ass audio of the microphone picking up and the mix picking up. All right. So when recording a video like this, you want it to be muted here and put on headphones so now I can hear myself in the headphones and the vocal sounds clear. Now, over to Logic, right? So this is where shit gets a little bit complicated, right? So, in Logic, all right, the first thing that you want to do, or one of the things that you want to do, is go up into your preferences, right? Go to audio and go to IO assignment, right? And we want to make the assignment to be virtual 1 2 if you want it to be controlled through the interface. Or instead of doing that, you could just simply make a track, right? And the track is automatically set to stereo out. So if I go to output and set it to virtual 1 2, which is output and console, I named it that, but this was 1 2 before I combined them. It just automatically puts it on output 5 6. So you just click that, and now in Logic I am connected to console in terms of, you know, doing a screen recording or just controlling my level. All right, my level from here, right? So if I record something right now in here, so if I just hit record, where are all my buttons? Like, I'm so fucking confused. There it is. If I just hit record.
Check 1 2. Check
Check
testing
1 2.
testing
Check
1 2. Testing
and
1.
Stop it. Play it back.
Check
Record.
1 2. Check
Check 1
testing
2.
testing
Check
1 2.
right?
Testing
And
1 2.
I'm gonna let that loop and show you that.
Check
Record.
1 2.
If I go in
check
console,
testing
check
testing 1 2.
right?
Testing
And
1 2. Check
record.
1 2. Check
Check 1
testing
2.
testing 1
control
2.
volume
Testing
and
1
from
2.
here.
Check
Record.
1 2. Check
Check 1
testing
2.
testing 1 2.
right?
Testing
And
1 2. Check
that
1
is
2.
the output
Check
volume.
testing testing 1 2.
right? If
Testing
you
1
sit
2.
in Logic, that is the literal stereo output. See, stereo output? The stereo output right now is actually outputting into console. Now, you know, I wouldn't do that. I probably would change it back when like mixing and stuff, but like for recording purposes, I guess like if you want to go that route with levels, right? But the only time I'd actually really use this is if I was doing like a screen recording like I'm doing right now. These features, all right? But another important thing, all right, to have hooked it up to virtual 1 2 from output 5 6, it wasn't like that, right? So what I had to do was I had to go up into mix and I had to go to IO labels, right? And I scrolled down until I found virtual 1 2, and then there's another virtual 1 2, right? And I figured, okay, output 5 6 is assigned virtual 1 2 for whatever reason. Now in console, virtual 1 2 was this output channel, just was virtual 1, virtual 2, and then I combined them, changed the name to output. All right. So yeah, you just check these, so then they become the input 5 6 channel. So then when you make a new track, you know, I have to figure out how to set this so it's like automatic. I'm like 90% sure that you do it in here, right? And when you're over here, you just set this up to be virtual 1 2 like that. And then anytime you make a track after that, the stereo out should be, well, let's just say, let's mute these tracks, right? And let's just say check 1 2, check 1, oh, wrong track, recording from the wrong track, right? Let's just try this. Why is it recording up there, bro? Oh, because the record's on. All right. Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. All right. So now I should automatically hear it, and we should automatically be able to adjust the volume in console. Check 1 2. So I can check 1 2, and then in check console 1 2. In the output, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. I can control it. All right. Check 1 2. Now check 1 2. If I go back to here, right, it still says stereo out. I don't know why, but the stereo out now is the output. The stereo out is 5 and 6. Now, if I change it back to 1 and 2, I'm not going to be able to hear this. Check 1 2. I can't hear check that. 1 2. I don't know if you can hear it. Check 1 2. But I can't hear it. Check. And that's because the output now is back in the DAW. Now, if I did want to hear this, right, all I have to do to hear this is go into console, right, go back into here, whoops, go back into Q and turn mix on. All right. Now I just unmuted that, so now my audio is shit again. But now, check 1 2. Check 1 2. I can hear it now. Check 1 2. Now I'm back into normal stereo out Logic, and then I can't control the volume currently. Boom, boom, boom. Can't control the volume through here because we are no longer. Now if I turn headphones on, boom, and then press mute over here, now we're back to being clear on the screen recording. And check if I just simply change this output to virtual 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm back. Check 1 2. So check 1 2. That's it. That's what I figured out. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. It's not that complicated, but I just recorded this video so like I remember what the hell I'm doing. But yeah, man, pretty cool. We'll see how it works, see how it goes. Yeah, just remember, configure the speakers left and right under the Universal Audio Apollo, and you should be good. All right, peace.